The world held its breath. All eyes turned to the Vatican. History was about to be made. White smoke billowed from the chimney atop the Sistine Chapel, a clear signal that a new pope had been chosen. The crowd in St. Peter's Square erupted, in anticipation. The announcement spread like wildfire across the globe, from bustling cities to remote villages. The words Habemus Papam rang out. We have a pope. Pope Luis Antonio Tagle had ascended to the throne of St. Peter. A new chapter had begun, filled with hope, faith, and anticipation. Inside the Sistine Chapel, secrecy reigned as the cardinals gathered from every corner of the world. Their task was monumental: to elect a leader for the Catholic Church's 1.3 billion followers. The weight of their responsibility was immense. The world outside waited in suspense as days turned into nights. Whispers of speculation filled the air. Names were considered, debated, and voted upon. Finally, the decisive moment arrived. A hush fell over the chapel as the required two-thirds majority was reached. The ballots were counted, and a decision was made. The fate of the Catholic Church now rested in the hands of one man. As the crowd fell silent in St. Peter's Square, Cardinal Renato Martino, the senior cardinal deacon, stepped forward. His voice rang out across the square. Annuntio vobis gaudium magnum. Habemus papam. Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle had been elected as the Bishop of Rome and Supreme Pontiff of the Universal Church. A wave of emotions spread across the sea of faces. Joy, disbelief, and excitement filled the air. Pope Tagle, a man known for his humility and compassion, had been chosen to lead the Catholic Church into a new era. His first words as Pope were simple yet profound. Brothers and sisters, let us walk together in faith, hope, and love. The crowd erupted in applause, embracing the beginning of a new era. Born in Manila, Philippines, Pope Tagle's journey to the papacy was one of faith, humility, and dedication. Raised in a devout Catholic family, he was deeply influenced by the teachings of the Church. He dedicated his life to serving others, always placing their needs above his own. As a parish priest, a bishop, and later the Archbishop of Manila, he touched countless lives. His warmth, compassion, and deep understanding of the human condition made him a beloved figure in the Catholic community. He was known for his ability to connect with people on a personal level, making everyone feel valued and heard. As Archbishop of Manila, he witnessed firsthand the struggles of the poor and marginalized. He walked through the slums, listened to the stories of the suffering, and championed social justice. His advocacy for the oppressed made him a beacon of hope for those who had none. His appointment as prefect of the Congregation for the Evangelization of Peoples brought him to Rome, where he continued his mission on a global scale. Now, as Pope, his election signified more than just a change. In leadership, it was a call for renewal, inclusion, and service. Dubbed the People's Pope, his humility and genuine concern for the marginalized quickly endeared him to millions. His actions spoke louder than words. Whether speaking to world leaders or the most vulnerable members of society, his message was always one of love and understanding. He urged the Church to be more inclusive, to embrace those on the margins, and to uphold the gospel message of compassion. The news of his election sent waves of joy across the world, especially in the Philippines. Church bells rang. Fireworks lit up the night sky, and streets filled with people celebrating. Social media buzzed with excitement, with millions expressing their hopes for Pope Tagle's papacy. His election was seen as a significant moment, highlighting the growing role of the Global South in the Catholic Church. As Pope, he outlined a clear vision to guide the Church with humility, serve the poor, and foster dialogue in an increasingly divided world. He vowed to address pressing challenges, including the clerical abuse scandal, the role of women in the Church, and secularization. He called for a church that welcomed everyone, regardless of background or past mistakes. However, his papacy was not without challenges. He faced resistance from conservative factions within the Church, opposition to reforms, and the ongoing decline of religious affiliation. The rise of secularism and the digital age presented new obstacles for the Church's outreach. Yet, Pope Tagle remained steadfast, navigating these challenges with wisdom, grace, and unwavering faith. His leadership marked a turning point for the Catholic Church. His emphasis on inclusivity, dialogue, and social justice resonated deeply. He championed transparency, accountability, and a renewed focus on the teachings of Christ. His ability to bridge divides and inspire hope made him a transformative figure. As his papacy progressed, his legacy became clear. He was a shepherd for all, a leader who uplifted the marginalized and guided the Church into a new era. His humility, compassion, and faith continue to inspire millions. Pope Tagle's coronation was not just a historic moment, it was the dawn of a new chapter for the Catholic Church, a chapter filled with hope, faith, and unity.